Aviators. So this is Swati Banka and I welcome you all to the 6th edition of 7 at 7, 7 News at 7 p.m. on the 7th day. A weekly news roundup show where we cover the top 7 news of the week from the aviation space every Sunday at 7 p.m. So these are the top 7 headlines of the week. Boeing partners GMR to start freighter conversation line in Hyderabad. Go first may sue Raytheon over Pratt and Whitney engine issues. DGCA deregisters 2 aircraft of SpiceJet on lesser request. Air India Express assures stern action against its cabin crew after gold smuggling charge. Smoking incidents reported on Indigo Air India flights. Air India says 15% of its total 1,825 pilots are female pilots. Cochin Airport increases summer flights to Bangalore. Starting with the first news, Boeing partners GMR to start freighter conversation line in Hyderabad. US plane maker Boeing has partnered with India's GMR Aero Technique for setting up a facility in the Asian nation that will convert passenger aircraft into freight planes to start surging global demand for cargo. Boeing and GMR will start the freighter conversation line in Hyderabad. Freight operations in India will support domestic and global demand. GMR Aerotechnique is the first Boeing supplier in India that will have the capability to support future conversions of both domestic and foreign aircraft, according to a media release. Boeing India President Salil Gupte told reporters in New Delhi that the time has come for the cargo market. Our cooperation with GMR Aerotechnique is not only a testimony of the maturation of India MROs in the country to support the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat, but also supports the anticipated growth of the cargo sector in the region, he said in the release. Now, moving forward to the second news. Go first may sue Raytheon over Pratt and Whitney engine issues. The Varia-owned budget carrier Go First plans to sue US aerospace major Raytheon Technologies, the maker of the Pratt and Whitney engines, claiming PW 1100G geared turbofan GTF engines have faced diminished service reliability, grounding of around half of its fleet. Sources said while Go First has sought compensation for the loss in business, the aerospace company has refused to pay for its, resulting in violation of contractual agreement. DGCS deregisters 2 aircraft of SpiceJet on lesser request. 2 Boeing 737s aircraft leased to SpiceJet were deregistered by the Directorate General of Civil Aviation on Thursday under the provisions of irrevocable deregistration and export request authorizations. A senior official from the regulator confirmed and said, under the provisions of irrevocable deregistration and export request authorizations, it has happened. The aircraft were deregistered on the request of 2 Dublin based lessors, Wilmington Trust SP Services, and Air Castle, as per the report on TOI. A SpiceJet spokesperson said that the deregistration of the jets will not impact the operations of the carrier. This won't impact our ops. One aircraft was grounded for a long period and was to be returned. The other one was returned due to engine issues, both aircraft being returned consensually. As per the rules, the DGCA must now re-register the plane within 5 working days. Now moving on to the fourth news. Air India Express assures stern action against its cabin crew after gold smuggling charge. A day after an Air India Express cabin crew member was caught for allegedly smuggling gold, the airline on Thursday issued a statement confirming the arrest and said the stern action will be taken against the staff. A member of the crew on an Air India Express flight IX474 has been taken into custody following an incident involving smuggling. They said individual has been placed on suspension with immediate effect. The airline statement read, Air India Express has zero tolerance for such behavior and will be taking stern action against the individual, including termination of service, following receipt of the report from the investigative authorities, it added. The accused Air India Express cabin crew member, identified as Shafi, a native of Wayanad, was caught by the Air Intelligence Unit of the Customs Department at the Kochi airport on Wednesday after 1.487 grams of gold was recovered from him. Air India Express cabin crew Shafi, a native of Wayanad, was arrested at Kochi airport for smuggling 1487 grams of gold. The cabin crew was of Bahrain Kozhikode Kochi service. Further interrogation underway, Customs Preventive Commission said. Now moving on to the fifth news. Smoking incidents reported on Indigo Air India flights. A 24-year-old woman passenger was arrested on after she was caught smoking in a lavatory of a Kolkata-Bengaluru Indigo flight as per media reports. The incident took place on an Indigo flight on March 5th. Alerted by the smell of smoke emanating from the lavatory, the cabin crew forced upon the door and found the woman smoking there. She then threw the cigarette in a dustbin, after which the cabin crew poured water on it. The cabin crew brought the incident to the captain's notice. The captain filed a complaint about the undisciplined passenger, said a report by IANS. The passenger was handed over to a airport security who filed a complaint against her after landing at Bengaluru airport. She was arrested by the airport police and charged under section 336 Act of rashly and negligently endangering human life or the personal safety of others of the IPC. Now moving on to the sixth news. Air India says 15 piece of its total 1,825 pilots are female pilots. Now, Air India on Wednesday said 15% of its 1,825 pilots are women pilots, making it an airline with the largest number of female pilots. To mark International Women's Day, the Tata Group owned Air India, along with Air India Express and Air Asia India, has scheduled more than 90 all-women crew flights. And the carriers have been operating these all-women crew flights on international and domestic routes since March 1, according to a release. Of the 90 plus flights operated by all women cockpit and cabin crew, Air India is flying 40 flights across domestic and international locations, whereas AI Express is operating 10 all international flights to the Gulf route, and the Air Asia India is operating over 40 flights within India, it said. Moving on to the seventh news. Cochin Airport increases summer flights to Bangalore. Starting from March 26, Cochin International Airport will operate 18 daily flights to Bengaluru in its summer schedule, making it easier to Bangalore residents to travel to Kerala. The summer schedule will see an increase in flights with 1,484 flights per week, compared to 1,202 flights in the winter schedules last year. Indigo and Akasa Air will mostly operate the 131 flights to Bengaluru each week. The managing director of CIAL, S. Suhas, stated that there is great potential for this route as Bengaluru is a hub that provides connectivity to various places, making it the best options for tourists visiting Kerala from other parts of India. Kochi was among the top 5 domestic flight destinations from Bangalore Airport in 2022, which has fully recovered from the pre-COVID air transport movement. The Kerala government's allocation of rupees 362 crore for tourism and its Kerala Tourism 2.0 program will help the state recover from the pandemic's impact on its tourism industry. So these were the top 7 news of the week from the aviation sector. This brings us to the end of the 6th edition of 7 at 7. Hope you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for the next edition. Same time, same day, 7 news at 7 p.m. only on Unacademy Aviation.